So we've got the smell of petrol. Cars are being started up, going to their new owners. It's an exciting time for a lot of people, and it's been an exciting day here at Manor Park Classics. So, Stephen, how have you enjoyed it today as the chairman of the company?
Yes, well, I think seeing people arrive, there must have been at least 400 people in the room. At least. You know, who knows? Perhaps touching 500. I know I went out around lunchtime to. Just to get a complete feel of the place inside and out, and it was buzzing, amazing. I think that is to see that from day one is superb. You know, within 18 months to create a business that can generate that level of activity, and have that many people both on site and watching on the web. That's the enjoyment for me.
Brilliant. So should we have a walk around some of the cars, some of the ones that are still remaining? Paul, I'll hand this over to you for a second. So.
Well, I tell you what was interesting today. It's a very interesting spectrum of prices, don't you think? So some stuff went for like really crazy big money. Some bargains to be had there, wasn't it? It was a kind of a sale of two halves, really. Some stuff went over and above. Beautiful Bentley S2 in the corner, I think, went for 32 plus commissions on, I think, an estimate of 28.
I think it was 34, actually.
Was it 34? Yeah. So some stuff, but then some people were nicking cars. I think this car went on an estimate of 13 for 9. So someone has got an absolute bargain. Rust-free Volvo. You couldn't pull one out of Sweden for that kind of figure. So someone's nicked that, don't you reckon?
Well, yeah, absolutely so. I mean, there are so many stonking cars here. I mean, you know, things like that Alpina. Yeah. That went well.
That was a supercar, and it was always going to go well. That was always going to go well higher than guide.
Well, what's interesting, because the timing's perfect, because yesterday BMW bought Alpina, didn't they? They took it in-house. So I think what will happen with that is, like AMG has for Mercedes, there's still going to be the proper AMG models, there'll still be the proper Alpina models. I think they'll dilute it slightly, make it a trim level, they'll do a range of merchandise, and all of a sudden these last of the proper Alpinas, the purebreds, because what's happening is at the moment these are made on a separate line. Yeah. And then what's happening is from 2025 they're going onto the main line of BMW.
I wish I bought that car.
Yeah, because that will be, and I think there's going to be a real snobbery about these last of the Alpina factory cars, and they'll be valued much more highly than the stuff that goes down the BMW line. So I think that was a great buy. That one.
Yeah, and I think, you know, what's great about this business is that we can bring things in like that. We're coming on to some more expensive cars afterwards, but we've got something for everybody, haven't we? Some real bargains. I mean, look, can we just go back in and look at this Cortina? What a bargain that was. Beautiful car.
So, Ford Cortina Mark III, very late Mark III.
Great colour.
Great colour. And, you know, in great condition as well.
I mean, it obviously needs... You know, it's not the best one I've ever seen, but it's not the worst either. And these
But it was priced accordingly, wasn't it? That's the thing.
Exactly. It was a proper bargain, and somebody's done a good day's work today with that.
But don't you think, lads, this is what really excites me about auction formats. There is no way, I think this went $2,000 underestimate. There is no way in the world you go to a classic car dealer, get that level of discount off a car, is there?
No chance.
But what's the great thing, because when you're buying from auction here, you're buying basically effectively direct from the vendor via the auction house. And if they're feeling, you know what, I just want to get rid of it, or I don't need it anymore, or just better in my bank, that's why there's bargains to be had, isn't there?
There is, but I mean, you know, the guys do a strong job on the marketing, the social media workup. We try very hard to get the best for our clients, and we do get results on the day. Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of success today. A lot sold, quite a few provisionals, but they're all confident that those will all be cleared off over the next couple of days. Yeah. You know, you'll see a good strong sales rate here in the next 3 or 4 days.
I think it's great. And we've got some great stuff coming up as well.
We have.
In the next
have.
Come on.
Well, I can hear actually, since the auction finished, 3 cars have been sold afterwards.
Right, fantastic.
My good friend Drew Pritchard, he bought a car that didn't quite make its provision. He did a little deal quietly after the sales finished. So that's the other thing. If you've seen a car that went through today, it didn't make its provisional, there's always a conversation to be had through Manor Park with the vendor, and you might find that there's a happy medium, somewhere between what the car was meant to fetch, what it fetched, and somewhere between those two figures is a happy place where everyone can exist and get it bought.
The best sound I can hear right now is my grandson crying. He's here today, which is fantastic.
That's great. Well, he's missed the bids today.
Freddie Beaumont. Yes, he has, yeah. He's sat in one of the cars, though. He's sat in one of those over there that's been sold, so that's good as well.
Brilliant. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah. The great bargain, I thought, was the Mark 1 Land Rover 67.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Good buy for somebody there.
I think so, I mean, you know, it's updated running units and that. But
that was a cheap car, the Turbo R. Yeah. In the corner there.
Yeah, again, you know, a lot of car for the money.
Yeah, great car. But again, we've sold it, you know, so, you know, this one was a good one. Again, great car for the money. I think it went for about £3,500.
You see, yeah, three and a half grand.
Yeah.
So much car.
I had one of these brand new. It was 75,000 quid 20 years ago.
It's crazy, isn't it? And that looks like brand new as well.
Fantastic, yeah. Great car. Great car.
Love that. But it's just so many cool things. But I just think the auction format is just such a fun day out because you can come, you can bring your sandwiches or go to the chip van, can't you?
Yeah.
Just sit there with your mate or your dad or whoever it is that you want to come along with.
Yeah, that's
watch
right.
them go through. And also, what's really great as well, and we all do this as professionals, you learn what the market's doing. So we think we know what this stuff's worth, but by going to more sales, you start to learn. You can see what the trends are. You can see what's on the way up. You can see what's cooling off. And then, you know, the next sale you go to, you're a bit more knowledgeable, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to pay the right money for the car that you want to buy. So come to as many auctions as you can because they're just fun day out. There is no obligation to buy when you come. Just come, enjoy, learn, watch, be part of the buzz. But register because it's free.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
There are always bargains to be had.
You were having to go on that aerial.
Let's have a look before we finish. Let's have a look at this Lagonda.
I was having to go on the aerial. I was having to go on the Morris Minor. Come on, come and have a look at these.
Let's talk about the May sale.
Yeah. So the next sale is in May.
Yeah. You want to be there.
Yeah, you do. But there's a car that I covet that's going to be at the May sale. I won't be getting it, unfortunately, but somebody will be very, very lucky indeed. It's a special car. Not often do you get to see one of these, or not often do they come up for sale.
Same owner for 43 years, is that right, Fuzz?
Yes, it is, yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because we were talking earlier about pre-war stuff on the live chat.
Yeah.
Kind of cooking pre-war stuff is very cheap, isn't it? It's great.
Very cheap indeed.
But there's a huge exception. When you start to get to really, really top end stuff like the Bentleys, the Lagondas, other way.
Yeah, so here's a 1931 Lagonda 3 litre. Just a beautiful car. Genuine barn find. It was owned by its owner for 43 years. Been in a barn for 35 years.
Still got the leaves.
Yeah.
Full of leaves.
Yeah.
But great.
An old
We're
envelope
throwing those
here
in, aren't we? The
somewhere
leaves
as well.
are included with the sale. Just like...
It really is a thing of beauty. A complete thing of beauty.
What's this?
Hold on.
It's got correspondence to us. I don't know what that is.
No. Well, a genuine envelope.
Yeah.
But it's good, strong, solid.
Yeah.
You know, fabulous.
So really, you don't want to do too much with this. A light recommission, get it on the road as it is. What a machine. Very exciting.
You'll have this running within the hour, Fuzz, won't you?
He would.
Yep.
He would.
I would do, yeah. Yeah, if it was mine, I'd want to drive it home. I'd put some new tyres on though first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyres and brakes, service and get it running.
Yep.
But like you say, don't even clean it. I think if you clean it, you're almost ruining the car, aren't you? Just
Yeah, I think
leave it as it is. Even leave the leaves in if you can.
Just wipe where your bottom's going to be.
Yeah. Blue
That's
tack
a
the leaves
beautiful
on.
car. Elliot, just spin round to the Bentley there.
That made good money, didn't
That
it?
made good money today, yeah. But the new lucky owners bought a beautiful car there.
But also, was it 34 grand?
34,
If
yeah.
you go into a Ford showroom and spend 34 grand, you're walking out with a nice Fiesta.
Yeah.
Aren't you? Or you could have that. You could turn outside the Ritz, couldn't you? In that,
Yep.
and they would open the door for you and
without a
be
doubt.
very subservient. That just looks like you have a lot of old money in the family, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What a beautiful car, and you're not going to lose anything on it.
No. And you're going to feel like $1 million every time you drive. You're going to feel like a 1970s film star every time you drive. Aren't you?
That's right. Yeah, rock star material that car.
Brilliant. And the fact it's a Bentley, not a roller as well, I think it's even cooler.
Yeah.
What else have we got? So there's other stuff
this
down
sold.
here.
Yeah, this.
This was a mega thing. This Fuzz and I drove this, and you
That's
hadn't
good money.
had that much time in a Porsche, had you? But I think you were quite taken with this.
Yeah, I really like this car. As a bit of a Porsche novice, I have to say, brilliant car to drive. Really pulled along, and everybody wants either the first or the last.
Yeah.
Last of the air cooled.
It is.
Without a doubt,
So
yeah.
the last of this, the very iconic glass house, because after this they went to 996, which is still a brilliant car, but they gained radiators, they changed the glass, and for the purists, this is the last one.
Yeah,
so
it
I think
is.
that's, if you've got a collection, and also what a super car, because a little bit of mileage, but history like you wouldn't believe, and super usable. And I've seen those. There's one on collecting cars. It was nearly 100 grand with 60 or 70,000 miles on. So that's just
Yeah, they are
for
super
nothing.
usable.
Yeah, if they've been maintained properly,
Yeah.
that's what you want. Something that's been used regularly is much better than just a garage queen.
Just great cars. Great era for Porsche, that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what else
This
did you
one?
enjoy going through? Yeah, the Jag made
The
good
Jag,
money.
yeah, it's a beautiful example. I mean, it's just had a superb restoration, and you know, it's E-Type Mark II, and it's obviously the coupe, which is obviously the most desirable. And you know, there's a big debate, isn't there, with these cars? Which is the most beautiful, the Roadster or the coupe?
I prefer the coupe.
Yeah, I prefer the coupe as well.
I prefer the Roadster.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
But also, you can get all your luggage when you're doing your GT holiday across the European Pandash. That's the one you want to take, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can't beat a Roadster.
Yeah, well, I think for the UK, I think the coupe
Perhaps for
is
the
better.
UK, yes.
Yeah.
For the 3 sunny days that we have a year.
Yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it?
And what about this cool thing?
Well, I was surprised with this because I auctioned this myself. That's probably why it didn't make the money we thought it was going to make, because I had a very poor auctioneer. Noticed that all the cars that Jules sold made great money.
Yeah,
and when
right.
guest auctioneer came on, all went out the window. And this, I think, someone should try and buy this. Don't forget, all of the cars that didn't sell, we'll put them all on the website. You can ring our lovely team here. You can have a deal. There's always a deal to be done for the cars that didn't sell. You can always ring up, and then it's just a traditional car sale. You just ring up, haggle, pay your money, take it home. Think about this. This is a 77. Imagine if that was a Mark I Escort. What would that be? Sorry, Mark II, but on a 77.
Yeah.
But look at that. You've got a very similar kind of line, I think, at the back. You've got those beautiful hips.
Yeah, but it's cooler than a Mark II.
It's way cooler.
Way cooler.
Way cooler. If that was a Ford of this era in that condition, that would be £20,000 to £25,000. If it was a baby Mustang Celica, it would be £20,000 to £25,000. If someone rings up with 11 grand, you could buy that. Yeah. That's for nothing.
Yeah, you should go get straight on the phone and have it now.
And I think that's got to be one of the most bargainist cars and the coolest, because unlike a Mark I Export, bargainist.
Is that a new word?
It is. It is one of the most bargainist. Bargainist is a word.
What about this one? Yeah. The Gordini, what a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's cool. And they're fast as oat.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
What do you think of this, Fuzz?
Right, I really like this.
I like this.
It's great. It's kind of a slightly weird juxtaposition.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely superb. It goes brilliantly, but the seats are sort of like luxurious.
You know what this would be? If this was a trainer, this would be a white Slazenger. Look, it's almost the same. It's 80s, it's white.
No. This is way cooler than a white Slazenger. Let me tell you.
I agree
with
that.
You right
way
there.
cooler.
Yeah, a lot cooler.
Unfair. Mean.
So there we have it.
Yeah.
I think all in all, a good day.
Yeah, a great day.
Manor Park progresses. It goes on and on and on. The team gets stronger. The quality of the cars coming in and out every single day now are just getting better and better. I think you'll both agree that the variants and the selection of cars from the last auction are even more different, a little bit more selection. It's just great to see the massive variants of cars that are coming in all the time. You know, we're not just being typecast to one certain type of car, one type of customer. We've got something for everybody, and I think that's what delights me.
Definitely.
Seeing the sort of variants of customer in here, the way that it's something for everybody, and I love the way that it's set up with the facility, the way that it's we're now making this facility really sing. You know, we can easily achieve 100, 120 cars perhaps per auction now.
Yeah.
Inside, everything inside, secure. You know, nobody has to worry about anything because it's all inside this facility.
Brilliant.
On a nice dry day as well. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. On a rainy day, you can be chucking it down
Doesn't
outside.
matter.
It's
Any
it's
time
dry
of
in
year.
there.
It doesn't matter. Any time of year, we can facilitate it. It can be dry stored and looked after. And I think that's why we're doing so well, because people are dropping cars off, hence the Lagonda, which is in the next sale.
Yeah.
People are dropping cars off now immediately.
But the thing I like as well, and this is the thing for you guys if you're watching, is if you want to come look at any of the cars in the May sale or any of the cars that didn't sell in today's sale, you can come here. There's a ramp in the corner. The guys will put the car on the ramp for you.
Yep.
Find me another auction house in the UK that does that, because I don't believe there is one.
There isn't.
And you can check it out, have a look, bring the guy from the club, bring your best mate who's a mechanic, have a proper look. Just reassure yourself of what you're buying. And if you can't do that, if you can't make it here, the guys here will do a video for you under the car. They'll take photos for you. They'll do you a virtual book pack if you want to have a walk through that. So buy with confidence, because there are no questions unanswered. If you need to know anything, and it's all transparent. If the car drives terribly, the guys will tell you.
We'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
We don't want to sell anything that's not right.
No.
You know, if there's any defects with the car, we'll tell you about them.
Yeah.
If we know about them, we'll tell you about them. That's what Manor Park is all about.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing as well, because
transparency.
every car that can drive here is driven. So before the car is listed for auction, Roger or Sam or one of the team will take the car out. They'll not just do a video on it, but they'll actually appraise it and kind of note down. So if you want to ask them, does it drive well? Does it need bushes? Is the gear change linkage need adjusting? They'll tell you honestly, and then you can bid knowing budget for that work.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here today.
And thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you. See you next time.